Hey there, friends. Wanted to hop on today and have a conversation with you about why I changed my mind on the GLPs. So I'm not sure if you have been following for a little while and know me or have had coaching with me or whatever the situation is. But I personally have been really opposed, for the most part, the GLP-1s, the pharmaceuticals. And the reason being is because there have been so many side effects that are coming out with the GLP-1s that are concerning. And so I have been trying really hard to get my friends and clients and my loved ones, people that I know, to basically activate our body's own GLP-1 by the different foods that we eat, by exercise and fasting and all these different tools that we have, because our body actually produces this hormone naturally. And so you can have this, being produced naturally in your body if you're able to, activate these different techniques in order to make that happen. And so I do understand, however, that in certain people's circumstances, it is very difficult to lose weight, those with diabetes and obesity and things like that. It is very, very difficult for them to be able to do this. And so, a close friend of mine has recently went on the GLP-1s, and, I'm really concerned for her. I'm praying for her a lot. But I do, really respect her decision to do what she needs to do in order to take control of her health, because, without the medication, she was doing nothing, And so I do understand there comes a point in your health journey where it's like, okay, you need to choose to do something. And if that something is that you're choosing as a pharmaceutical drug, I respect that. But at the same time, I did actually learn there's a healthier option. So I'm going to be talking to you about that more at the end of this video. But I do have several loved ones that are currently taking the GLP-1s, several friends that are doing this. And like I said, I do respect this decision to do that. There are, the pharmaceutical side, and then there are also, the really upcoming and popular peptides, that are also the shots. And then recently I found out about another healthier solution that I will be talking to you more at the end of this video. So, really, as a health coach, I want you to understand that, and as your friend, that really you can do this, on your own. You can really, make sustainable lifestyle changes a little bit at a time. You don't have to change your situation overnight. We didn't get in this situation that we're in overnight. And so these things can take time to get through and work through. Some of it may be emotional eating that we need to work through. Some of it may be just sugar cravings, just because we're all addicted to sugar, and having this. And so it could be really difficult, to activate the GLP-1 in our own body. But I want you to know that our body is actually capable of doing this on its own. And, when you are able to utilize more of this natural process, you're going to be healthier. You're going to build more confidence in yourself, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money and health issues, as you go along. Now, some, I will say, that I have seen have really good success on the GLP-1s. They look great. They, have not had any side effects whatsoever so far. They're still on their weight loss journey and still using them. And so, I'm happy for them. I am super happy for them that they're finding something that's working for them, but I am concerned because there are side effects such as, GI disturbances, and different things. And, I don't know if you guys realize this, but once you start having, GI issues, that works into all these other issues as well. The other problem that a lot of us have is, the insulin resistance. That turns first, then diabetes, and then these other things. And, unfortunately, they progress into much bigger problems and conditions, and one thing kind of builds upon another. So, but if you're able to, step back and get yourself in a healthy situation to where you're eating whole foods, switch your breads from the white breads to the whole grains, meal at home. I teach about this. And so that's something that you could do so that you're not giving up breads, and pastas and, all the things that you love. It's just you need to learn how to make it in a whole foods way. Cooking from home is really important because then you know what's in your food. Eating vegetables and fruits and salmon and steak and, all the amazing foods that God has given to us. But you need to get them in a way that's not packaged in a box, that is not, with 50 different ingredients. If we can get back to just eating whole foods, drinking water, moving our body, and activating our body's own natural GLP-1, that is going to be the best scenario. But I also understand, my friends that are in this place and my loved ones are in this place of needing something, because they're trying to avoid their situation from getting worse. I mean, some of these situations are dire, unfortunately, at this point. And so basically doing something to help these friends, these loved ones of ours, is really, really crucial, important. So I do want to support those that feel that the GLP-1 pharmaceuticals are the only option that they have right now, because say their health insurance covers it, and it's the only thing that they can do at this point. Okay, great. But while you're taking that GLP-1, my friends, please be working on your lifestyle changes, because there will come a day where you'll eventually get off the GLP-1. And then what are you going to do then? You don't want to gain all the way back, because statistically, that's what is showing, is that you're gonna get off this GLP-1, and then if you don't make those lifestyle changes that need to happen, you're gonna end up gaining all of the weight back. So even though you're taking a GLP-1 shot, it is not like a free ticket to not change the way that you're eating, not changing the way that you're living your life. It is really important that you focus on these things in order to make that sustainable. Once you do lose the weight, make it sustainable, make it to where you can actually keep that weight loss off that you worked so hard to do. You want to keep that off. So the lifestyle changes are really important. And if you need help with that, I have programs, I have one-on-one coaching. But really, you can do this. You really can. It's a mind over matter thing, and it's working on your gut microbiome so that you're not having these cravings anymore. As far as the sugar goes, there's different foods that you can actually do to feed the good guys. If you want to learn about fasting, I can teach you about that. And if you can incorporate a 24-hour fast, maybe once a week, working up slowly to that gut microbiome reset will be amazing to help get rid of the bad guys that are screaming for the sugar. The more that you're working on, asking yourself, why am I eating? Am I even hungry right now? Am I eating because I'm stressed out? Am I eating because I'm overwhelmed about something? Am I eating because I'm sad? And if you can get yourself to start asking yourself these questions, it's really going to help you to move forward. Because if you can stop yourself from, indulging in that one moment, and you can kind of explore why you're doing what you're doing, you might be able to come up with another solution and talk yourself out of going to eat that thing, or just take a few bites and be done with it, because you realize, oh, I'm not even hungry right now. I'm actually just eating because I'm feeling a little bit, upset about a situation. I think I'm going to take a walk instead. So kind of incorporating these different ideas. And then, like I said, working on the gut microbiome really is a game changer for helping you to reduce those cravings. And I'll tell you a little personal story, okay? So basically, I personally have gained, almost 10 pounds since I met my weight loss goal. Well over a year ago. I've sustained that weight loss. I have not had any issue with my weight up until just a few months ago. So I rolled out this monthly membership group, but building that group was actually a lot of work, a lot of stress, and I didn't realize how much it was going to be and take out of me. And so unfortunately, my cortisol levels went through the roof, and cortisol is not our friend as far as weight loss or weight maintenance. So once we get to that point of stress, what happens is the fat goes straight to our belly. And so unfortunately, that's what happened. And then I took a little break from building the monthly membership, and I went on a cruise with my church, which was absolutely amazing. We did an amazing missions cruise. And when I was there, I actually indulged in, all the amazing food that they serve on the cruise ship. And I had dessert every single day, which I normally do not do, obviously. And so when I came back, I had gained like another 5 pounds. So I am like 9-10 pounds over what I normally am. And so this also gave me a little bit more compassion for those who are in a place where they have no motivation, they have, this weight issue and nothing's working. And yeah, I've been trying for like the last month to do my normal routine, getting back into fasting and, eating well and all of this. But you know what? Being over 40, our hormones change as women. And unfortunately, my hormones have fluctuated again. And even though I'm doing all the things that I tell my clients to do, it's still not actually working for me as far as what I need it to do. So another thing that I've been doing, unfortunately, is drinking a lot of sweet tea, sweetened with honey. So I need to cut that habit out. I'm working on that the last couple of days really hard. And so changing our lifestyle habits are really important. So I think that, God allowed me to be put in this place of being humble once again and realizing, hey, sometimes we do need a little extra help in order to get back on our feet again. And so, yes, I've plunged back into my fasting like I was doing before. I'm eating everything from scratch at home, except for when I go out. But I make very healthy, homemade meals here at home most of the time. And that's what I'm eating most of the time. So, but I do feel like at this point, I would like to try something that would, help my clients as well. So I think that being in this position myself, needing to lose this, 9 pounds is a great way for me to be able to try this new thing that I want to try with my clients, because I don't ever want to recommend something that I'm not willing to try myself. So the exciting news is that I found a natural GLP product. And the really exciting thing about this is it's not only hitting, one receptor, the GLP-1, it is actually hitting 3 receptors, okay? So this is hitting the GLP-1, the GLP-2, and the GIP. And why this is so important is, remember earlier I was talking about, your gut microbiome is really important, and, what basically our mindset is really important. And what's really great about these, this new GLP product that I found is that it actually works these 3 areas. So the GLP-1, if you're not familiar with what that is basically it helps to quiet the food noise. So when your body is telling you, oh, I'm hungry, I think I need something to eat, all of this, it's going to help to turn that off. The ghrelin hormone, it's going to help to turn that off so that your body is not telling you to go eat something, constantly. And so that'll be really great. I don't really struggle with that because I live a fasting lifestyle, but I think it'll be great. A lot of people are noticing, increased energy and different things like that. So I'm really excited about that. I can always use some more energy, being over 40 and being a homeschooling mom and working a business. I'm excited for that. And so that is the first way. And the GLP-2 is actually the gut microbiome repair. So what's really exciting about that is going to help you to absorb more nutrients in the healthy foods that you're trying to eat, right? And I totally understand if you're not in a place where you're willing to just cut out all of the bad stuff and only eat the good food. There needs to be like a progression, make it sustainable. So just add in nutrition initially, and don't worry about cutting out anything right now unless you're able to do that, unless you feel like, oh, it's sustainable, I'm ready to let this go now. Just go ahead and add nutrition at this point. And the best nutrition that you can add to help your gut microbiome are like probiotics, the 3 Ps, polyphenols, probiotics, and prebiotics. These are great ways to basically feed your gut microbiome. So, kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, unsweetened, do the Greek, if you can, and just add berries afterwards, add like chia seeds and different things like that to basically feed your gut microbiome healthy foods. And when you do that, what this new GLP that I'm going to tell you about is basically going to do for you is help you absorb those nutrients so that it can work on your gut microbiome. Now, I don't know if you realize this, but there is a connection between the mind and the gut. So when your gut is healthy, your mind is healthy, okay? When your gut is happy, your mind is happy. When your gut is unhappy, your mind is unhappy, okay? And so we need to work on this gut microbiome so that we could be happier people. So people that are on this new GLP are actually becoming more happy people because their gut microbiome absorb better nutrition because of that effect. And the third, like I said, is the GIP, and that one is dealing with more on a cellular level. And so I'm really excited about this. This is, like I said, hitting 3 different receptors, the GLP-1 and the GLP-2 and the GIP. And what's really great about this is an all-natural product. And this is what it is. It's drops, so you can skip the shot. This is Origin drops. And what I'm really excited about this is that you can take this simply twice a day under your tongue. And if you're in weight loss mode, you're actually going to need 2 bottles of this per month. Okay, so I've ordered my first 2 bottles. I've got them here, and my plan is to take these for 3 months and see if I can get rid of this 9 or 10 pounds. And I've written down my weight. I've written down my measurements so that I can look back on that, right? And see how far I've come. And I'm also taking note of like how my clothes are fitting me right now, how I feel, so that I can notice the changes along the way. Because, you always want to celebrate those small victories. When you're on a health journey, notice, how if you're sleeping better, or if your clothes are fitting better, or if you're feeling more energized, you can think more clearly, you're more patient with your children, like whatever, changes that you're noticing, those are non-scale victories. And those are just as important as you losing a few pounds as well. I know you're really excited, if you're in weight loss mode to lose the weight. I am too. But you know what? More important than losing weight to me is actually being healthy and feeling good in my own body. And so I hope that for you as well. And like I said, these drops you would just take twice a day in weight loss mode. If you're in maintenance mode, you've already, lost the weight, but you could use some help with your gut microbiome, and, cellular, help to help you get more healthy there. Then these drops would be great. Just do a maintenance 1 bottle, and you would just do 1 dose, per day. And basically what you would do with these drops, you would just put them under your tongue. I'm going to be doing this twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, or afternoon, because I'm in weight loss mode, obviously trying to lose this 9 pounds. So what these drops are all natural. Like I said, I am really super picky what I put in my body. And if I can help it, I'm not going to turn to pharmaceutical drugs or I hate even taking over-the-counter stuff when I have a really bad headache. That I really don't even like doing that, but I know sometimes we got to do what we got to do, okay? So I'm not judging you, if you are taking, prescription drugs right now. My goal is to help you get off of them eventually. That's my goal for you, because I want health for you, and any prescription drug is going to have side effects, if not now, then later. And so it's really good if you can find something natural that can help you accomplish the same goals, that are actually going to help you be a healthier person. And so these drops I'm really excited about. These drops are basically made with 4 ingredients. It is Norwegian salmon peptides. It is organic ginger peel extract, and then also organic lemon peel extract and water. So 4 ingredients, very basic. We have all different kinds of certifications as far as this goes. So the company says that we are beyond organic, and I feel really good about offering, my clients something like this over, some of the other things that are out there that could actually harm our body. This is not going to harm our body. So this is something that I feel good about taking myself, and something that I feel good about recommending to my clients. Now, I realize it's not going to be for everyone. And, I realize that a lot of people are not going to be interested in that, and that's totally fine. I respect that, but I also want to make an option for those people who are considering taking a GLP, one for weight loss or for whatever reason to help bring down their A1C, that kind of thing, I totally respect your decision to do that, with a pharmaceutical drug. But I do encourage you to find a healthier way, and maybe could be an option for you. If you're interested in maybe getting some coaching, or be like, I'm not really ready to try a GLP at this point. I want to tap into what you were talking about, Amanda, and just helping my body to do this naturally, but I'm not sure how to get started on that. Like, I can help you with that. Reach out to me. And if you're interested, then just comment below or message me directly, and then I can send you my guide on how to stimulate the GLP-1 naturally in your body. And I'm happy to send you a guide for that. If you need, some guidance on that, I'm happy to share that. So comment below if you would like that, and I'm happy to share that. If you would like to try the new GLP, this is called Try GLP with Origin, and I'm really excited to try it. And so I'm going to try it with you guys for the very first time right now. I just got this yesterday, actually, and I didn't have time to take it yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and take it now. And all we're going to do is, first we want to shake this up, actually, because it is, water, and so it does kind of settle. So we want to shake it up a little bit. And then we're going to open this up, and we are going to do, since I'm only taking this once today, I'm actually going to do my double dose right now. And if you'll see, there's lines on there with, how many, with the drop dosage amount that you need. Because I'm in a weight loss mode, I do need the 0.5. So I'm going to go ahead and do these drops right now. Okay. Okay. Actually, not bad. I actually taste the ginger, and I love ginger. If you love ginger, you will love these. These will be no problem for you. So I just took my first dose. Now today I did a bigger dose because I am in the weight loss mode, and I want to do 2 doses per day. So you can actually do the full dose in the morning and just be done with it for the whole day, or you can split it and have a dose in the morning and a dose in the evening. And the reason sometimes people will opt for that option is because they get late night cravings and things like that. If you're one of those people, do the drops twice a day. If you could just get away with it doing once a day, do it either in the morning or in the afternoon. If you do have the cravings in the evening, but not so much in the morning, just take it in the evening, afternoon. Don't take it too late, because I have heard it does energize you. And if you are really sensitive, try it out at first in the morning. That way you can see how it affects you as far as energy wise, because you don't want to be kept awake, because you're feeling extra energized, throughout the evening, and into the night. So you actually want to be able to rest, because, rest is so important. Sleep is how we repair ourselves, as well. And so, I really encourage you to be getting a good night's sleep. That is also very, very important for your weight loss journey and your health journey, is to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. So if you are interested in hearing more about these GLP drops, again, it's called Try GLP with Origin. I'm going to go ahead and share my link down in the comments. I would love it if you have questions about this. If you would message me or book an appointment with me. If you want to talk to me more about this, I can send you videos. I just listened to a really amazing video yesterday that actually the people who formulated this actually were on this call. And it was really great to hear them, how they are also super picky about what they put in their body, and how they formulate things, and they want things to be super clean. So I was really impressed with that interview. If you'd like to see that interview, you'd like more than just hearing me say, that we've had great results on this. I've heard amazing testimonies. I can also add you to a testimonial group where you can actually see, in real time, people posting their own testimonies and what they are noticing about these drops. And so it got me really excited, hearing about this all natural way that I can help my body and also help my clients that are struggling, because your success means so much to me, as your health coach, as your friend. I really want success for you, and I want to help you get there. And if we need a little help along the way, then we need a little help along the way. That's all there is to it, you know? And so, like I said, I am not upset with you if you use a GLP-1. I'm praying for you that you can find a better way and that you have good results and that you stay healthy using it. But please, please, please work on your lifestyle and what caused the weight gain and what caused these other health issues, so that you can, you know, live sustainably healthy after you lose the weight. No matter how you choose to lose the weight that you're working on, I pray that you will work on your lifestyle as well. And if you need help with that, please reach out. I mean, professional athletes do not, you know, win games without a coach. They have a coach. And so I'm your health coach, you know, and I'm here if you need me. If you don't want a health coach, you just want the drops, I understand that too. You know, reach out to me and I can help you with that as well. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this was encouraging to you. And I look forward to talking to you again really soon. Okay, have a great evening. Bye.